The Trump administration just fired the first shots in a looming trade war with China. At 1 minute after midnight Eastern time, the U.S. raised tariffs on $34 billion worth of Chinese goods. The president says that number will increase to $50 billion in 2 weeks. China's foreign ministry responded saying retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods are now in place without giving details. Face the Nation moderator and CBS News senior foreign affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan is with us from Washington. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning. Well, Anthony, Beijing now calls this the largest economic trade war in history. And they're blaming the Trump administration for starting it. So those tariffs you just laid out are really seen by them as an opening shot in this war. We are not seeing a breakthrough so far. We are only seeing escalation, even though the president had promised that this pressure campaign would lead to more deals, better deals. It's only led to escalation at this point, and that really has a number of people who would normally be supporters of the president, Republican senators, particularly from the U.S. heartland, business leaders really concerned. And in fact, the Federal Reserve said just yesterday they're hearing from American businesses that they're already pulling back spending because they're worried this could get worse.
Margaret, what exactly is the administration hoping to accomplish with these tariffs?
Well, according to the president's stated intent, this is to get China to stop stealing intellectual property and to stop overproducing metals like steel and dumping them onto the market, which they say artificially hurts pricing. But that's not what these tariffs are really aimed at, or the retaliatory tariffs here. They're really inflicted to add pain. And so far, that is what we are hearing from people in American farmland. And that's what we're going to be speaking this weekend to some of the senators on the program, including Senator Joni Ernst, about.
Margaret, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is, of course, in Pyongyang to continue talks on denuclearization on the peninsula. What's the expectation there in terms of the outcome?
Well, he says he's going to spend the next day and a half really trying to fill in the blanks on that verbal agreement that he says was made between President Trump and Kim Jong-un. But so far, North Korea has not even provided a list of the weapons that they have in their arsenal. And that's the first step in the disarmament process that the National Security Advisor, John Bolton, told us about on Face the Nation this weekend. He said that would take about a year. So we're seeing very little progress. But President Trump indicated yesterday he's willing to be patient up to a point because he sees confidence-building measures like North Korea taking down some of their propaganda.
Margaret Brennan, thank you, Margaret.